Honey, don't forget about the Christmas bonuses. There's a specific clause in our employee contracts about it. You don't have to pay anything at the end of this year, but next December, be prepared to give every employee 3 monthly salaries. Rena Rattel, our personal photographer, says, Mr. President, those advertisers are a real piece of work. By way here, I saw an outrageous ad for a suit maker. The billboard featured a blatant copy of that photo of yours I'd taken for Men's Face, and they even had the nerve to add a slogan, "You're the boss." Shall we demand that the maggots compensate us for the illegal use of your likeness and my work? Hell yeah! Ellie says, honey, do you know that 3 of Faist's ex-wives, the mistress of Jules' CEO, and all the other high-profile women in this town have in common? They all gold at the Golden Stilettos Elite Country Club, and I'm not even a member. Am I married to the world's most powerful man or what? I'm sure we can afford a small entry fee just to claim our status. What do you think? Okay. Hector Alvarez, the filmmaker. It looks like a porn film director. Mr. President, only the greatest American filmmakers haven't yet given in to the Chinese censorship. They're still showing hard-boiled life the way it really is. One of them is here to see you. I'm currently shooting a true-to-life drama telling the story of a White House maid. This is going to shake the whole industry. The only problem is we're all out of funds for filming sets and effects. I'm begging you, let us shoot our key scenes in the White House. Nah. Ellie says, all right, honey, so it turns out the ladies from Golden Stilettos golf for 10 minutes tops, and then they spend 3 hours shooting chick-shock videos? Oh, that must be TikTok. Thank goodness I got dressed up before going. All of Chick-shock is drooling over my shoes. The latest from Muir. Okay. Alta says, Cowboy, somehow is sure that your presidency will be an exception. That there'd be no honeymoon in your first few months. But here we are. The journalists have fallen in line. They're not sniffing out scandals, and they're not asking stupid questions. Everything is on the up and up, and all they want are the facts. Meanwhile, you have a real chance to express yourself. I suggest you take advantage of it. Let's not wait for favorable coverage from the press, but arrange some ourselves. We can organize an interview with a famous journalist or another press conference if you feel like it's the right time for that. How do you like my plan? What do you think? So one-on-one press conference. I don't pay you to ask me these questions. Figure this stuff out yourself. Let's do a one-on-one. Show them my good side. We've already done a press conference. No problem, Cowboy. Left 4 Dead it is. Love that game. As soon as I mention the interview, they'll immediately agree. Who's this guy? Political staffer. Honey, meet Jerry. He's one of the most effective political staffers in our country. Hello, boss. I'm the guy who knows a guy in every office, starting from municipal to state and federal level. Your wife has put me into the picture. I'm sure we'll get on fast. I'm sure you will. If you're the guy who can put the office on track and talk who we need into what we need, more specifically, even Jesus himself to adopt Amendment 28, then welcome on board. Nice to meet you, Jerry. I see a pro when I see one. Boss, trust me, flattery is overrated when you want to get someone to do something. Haven't you heard that people cut the distance easier with those who scold them? Cut the crap! Show some respect if you want your services to be needed. Honey, please. You're the one being disrespectful now. Come on, it's fine. Boss has his point. I love people being straightforward. Honey, I know you have put Clint to run your administration, but I think Jerry's the guy for the job. I believe so, boss. I'm a new person to you. That's why I guess you won't do such an appointment just like that. I guarantee 1 month will be enough for you to do justice to my work and make the staff reshuffle. What do you say, honey? I'll give it a thought. No promises. I'll bend every effort to make sure you choose me for the job. I repeat, it will only take me 1 month to convince you, starting now. We got a new hire. Jerry Lander? Or is that Candor? It's Lander. I can pass any law and nothing gets past me, boss. The gambler? Ratings bump. Jerry Lander, a well-known DC lawyer, has joined Mr. President's team. Lander stood out from his colleagues for his unblemished reputation. Although he has vast experience as a political staffer at various levels, he's never been involved in corruption scandals. Now, so he's a straight shooter. Or that's his reputation, anyways. Ellie says, "Dear, your support among the people is growing, but keep in mind that it'll be more and more difficult to win over those who are not on your side yet. Each mistake will cost you more. But I believe in you. Besides, we have no other choice. Amendment 28 is on the stake. And so is our freedom." Antonio, hey buddy, your approval reached 70%. It's a strong majority. Or so I've heard from socionics, or whatever these eggheads are called. You track public opinions. You'll have to push it to win over the rusted hearts of the remaining 30%. Each popular step you make will have a smaller outcome. Each mistake will make more fuss. So be careful, buddy. The worst you can do while climbing up a hill is to stumble on a ledge. Falling down is very painful. I know. I've tried it. Holy crab applesauce. Fan mail, mole hunt, White House hijinks, pricey present of rats and woodpeckers, hype up the podcast, educate the veterans, and convince the businessman. 6 mil? Okay. Many people are willing to extend exclusive offers for the President of the United States. You helped the governor of Hawaii, and now you can send your subordinates on vacation there. It's a great place to relieve stress, especially nice if you're feeling burned out. I like that I don't know how long the tutorial is going to last, but I like how they're introducing ideas gradually, and they're not just overwhelming you with stuff. Note that it's nicer not to let your subordinates burn out and send them to rest in advance. If a subordinate develops a grudge against you, they could leave the team or cause some mischief. Clint needs a rest. Let's send him, well, he's not stressed though, right? Send Ollie. I don't know if let's send Clint and we'll see what the difference is between what happens to Clint and Alvaro. McCullough says Hawaii Islands resorts offer world-class amenities and ample opportunities for rejuvenation. Any person who goes on this vacation will fully relieve their stress. Let's send everybody. That was probably a bad idea. We have a lot of stuff to take care of. Buddy, you know I follow work ethics to the letter, and the important part of this ethic is recreation time that allows people to remain in working condition. Please don't work your staff until they have nervous breakdowns. Give them away time when you see they're about to snap. Special operations can usually wait for a month or two, but delaying employee holidays will often cost you. I know. In the future, you will meet people who, in exchange for your help, will offer new services. Okay. Get revenge on Faist for the mess in the White House. Pricey present. Ellie's birthday is approaching and you haven't even figured out what to give her. Rats and woodpeckers. I don't even know what that is. Help the Israeli Prime Minister. Offer digital assistance. Help a popular radio host improve his politics-themed podcast. That stuff can wait. The president's work is never done, but Ellie has found a way to distract you from your routine. Let's just start from the top. Tony has completed his investigation, is ready to identify the source of the leak. Oh, that sounds like more fun. Let's do that first. Buddy, since that failed White House press conference, I've interviewed dozens of people and reviewed all the security tapes, all to find the mole in your entourage. I now have a full picture of what happened. Let me tell you right now, you're not gonna like it. Uh-oh. Start investigation. I'll tell you what got me thinking. It was less than 12 hours between when you decided on the executive order and when the first headline came out, so the mole found out about the order from someone close to you. Who do you think was the original source of the rumor? It was me. Are you really blaming yourself? Sometimes that can be helpful, but not in this case. Buddy, I'm sure you didn't leak anything to anyone, even by mistake. Ellie? I don't want to believe it, buddy, but yes, it was her. We didn't tell her that the order was supposed to be kept secret, which means she could have discussed it with the mole. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember what we're talking about here. I was like, maybe it's me. Now listen, it was only hours before the order got to the press, so the mole told them fast. I guess it's the Mars thing. So much has happened. It's like, like I said, I don't remember what happened 2 hours ago. How do you think the mole leaked the contents of the order to the press? Through a third party, anonymous message? Reliable source told them in confidence? Exactly. The press trusted the source. They probably didn't even think to double check the story. I don't know, I guess I'm just guessing here. You won't believe this, but we're ready to expose the mole. There's only one person in your entourage who could have arranged the leak, and I'm sure you know who it is. Well, I saw that there was a line from her to Clint, so... True, there are some famous journalists among his old clients, but Clint only found out about the decree when I personally gave him a draft to work on. And our lawyer isn't dumb enough to set himself up so obviously. Alta! Russian? What is this? Who's the first source? That's right, it was Alta. She knows every prominent political reporter in the country, so leaking the information would be no problem for her. She's also friends with Ellie. They play tennis together. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Which means they've probably discussed the campaign and lots of other things. But Alta's real problem is that she thinks she's smarter than everyone else. Do you think she orchestrated the whole scandal? She started the first rumor, then the second, staged a spectacular press conference disaster, and then rode out on a white horse. Let's not jump to conclusions. Yes, now you've got to talk to Ellie and Alta and figure out what to do. Let's get this over with. Alta as soon as possible. Tell her I'll see her in my office. I'll get her, buddy. I'm sure you'll do what's right. We're gonna be sending her packing. Talk to me, cowboy. You're the one who leaked the information to the press? That's right. We decided to run the rumor together. Don't you remember? I'm not talking about the rumor. I'm talking about the first executive. Don't play dumb. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Do you think I'm an idiot? I know it was you. It's not a question of what you know. It's whether or not you trust me. And without trust, I won't work with you anymore. I want to trust you, but you're not making it easy for me. Okay, fine. Yeah, I'm the one who leaked your executive order. You know why? Because sometimes I'm the only one who knows what's best. And that's if I'm being modest. Admit it. You like the way we made all the journalists in America look like idiots. It was fun, but don't do it again. It was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It won't come around again, but okay. I'll come to you first thing from now on. I'm too trusting. She's playing us. She's playing us. Whoa, retained shooter. Phil Birkin. Holy shh. shit. Mr. President, there's been another school shooting, this time in Michigan. It's the first one we've had in your term, and God willing, the last one. Here's what happened. A 15-year-old boy came home after school and found his stepfather beating his mother. So during the chaos, the boy went to the safe, which happened to be open, and grabbed his stepfather's Glock. Think he got it to protect his mother? Think again. He ran back to the schoolyard with his new toy and hunted down his classmates. Jesus. This game is not pulling any punches. 5 died on the spot, and there's 2 more in intensive care. Our agents soon learned that the shooter wasn't just having troubles at home. He was also being bullied at school for being held back a year. It's no wonder the kid went ballistic. He's already confessed, so he'll be spending the rest of his life behind bars. But the liberal journalists are throwing gas on the fire as usual. Give them any reason and they'll also shout from the rooftops. Ban all the guns. It's like they have no conscience. They just use tragedies like this to further their own interests. And they accuse us of not preventing the attacks. What are we supposed to do? Monitor every thought in every crazy person's head? Sir, is there anything you can do to control these alarmist journalists? I'll support them. It's time we limit gun ownership. The Second Amendment is not worth the lives of our children. I will say this, Second Amendment is sacred. Leave it to the parents to watch their children. That's their responsibility after all. I will console the families of the victims, but keep my opinions to myself. There's no place for politics in such a tragedy. I like that. Okay. Fan mail. I probably want to take care of some of these. I don't think that's the most important thing. Tony brought you a secret message from Alvaro. Let's help the Israeli Prime Minister. That's probably the more important thing. David Cedar. Mr. President, congratulations on your successful inauguration. Dune never came through on one of the promises he made to me, to protect Israel's digital infrastructure from Russian and Chinese hackers. Historically, we've handled some of our problems ourselves, and we've relied on America when we had to. I hope this will continue to be the case, and that you will lend us your best technician for a time. Shit. Fuck. In return, I promise to share information about your predecessor's private affairs. I'll help you to make yourself look good, and certainly it'll feel better knowing that I can rely on you. Yes, we go along quite well with Dew. Oh, we got along quite well with Dew, sorry. But you're the president now, not him. Hope this will be the beginning of a long and fruitful relationship with the new administration of the President of the United States. I don't have Ollie. He's on vacation. Let's get back to that. Let's do the present. I know Alta can do this. Oh no. I shouldn't have sent everyone away. Ollie needed a vacation anyways. And those 2 were out of commission. So I guess it doesn't matter. My dear President, I was planning on going to a charity auction the other day, but changed my mind at the last moment. You'll never guess why. It turned out that the auction was organized by Faist. Our old friend, oh man, is selling off some of his antiques and using the proceeds to establish the Venus Exploration Fund. To compensate for the budgetary funds we invested in the exploration of Mars. Unlike Tony, I usually don't jump to conclusions, but Faist is clearly trying to mock us. There'll be a bunch of billionaires at the auction. Want to compare wallet size and curry the favor of the former president. Just because he's no longer president doesn't mean he's lost all of his influence. I became curious what Faist was selling and checked what was on offer. There's a book from the White House library on auction. Yes, it was a gift for the residents, but Faist wrote his name on the thing. Former presidents have played these kinds of tricks before, but none of them ever auctioned their stolen goods, and everything was returned in the end. It's unlikely that the journalists will brand Faist a thief. After all, he's not pocketing the proceeds, but spending them on his new fund. So we can't count on public support or on the media or even on brute force. Faist clients spend a lot on their security. Can you help me get back the stolen book and show Faist that he's not getting the last laugh? Okay. Recover the stolen book or disrupt the auction. Writing bills, lobbying bills, behind-the-scenes negotiations, connections from the people in power. Press releases, spreading rumors, speaking with journalists, public attacks. See what they can do. The rare book, Great Presidents of the United States, is sitting in a warehouse right now gathering dust. I would think everything is under guard with alarms and solid doors. These are not the right people for this. I wouldn't try to get in there without a key. Okay, so she's saying we don't want to break in. The starting bid is 10,000. It's hard to say how much the book will end up selling for, but in my experience, it could go for 12 times the opening bid. Immediately before the auction, there's a pre-auction viewing featuring a buffet. The place is open to anyone with a big enough checkbook. If we can't get the book back, let's at least disrupt the auction so that no one else will buy it. What do you think we should do? If you don't want to continue an event, you can finish it early. Okay. Jerry's got politely asked Faist lawyer to return the stolen item to the White House. Go to the pre-auction gathering and study the item carefully. Alta spread rumors that Faist is the thief, provoke an anti-Faist protest outside the auction house. That sounds good. Cowboy, I use one of my anonymous accounts to invite people to protest inside the auction house. To get more people to show up, I threw shit on the fan. What kind of moronic initiatives our ex-president liked spending taxpayer money on? I even photoshopped a few memes. A couple of crazy people came out for the rally, but that's it. For some reason, Faist doesn't stir up a lot of public anger, so the book quietly sold. Ah, God. This stress is killing me. Faist auction was a slap in the face. If we ever see him again, hold me tight. Otherwise, I'll be more than likely to return the favor. Honestly, I probably should have just skipped that. Oh my God. The former President Faist has shown us the true spirit of charity. During a recent auction that he himself organized, Faist sold all the mementos he'd collected during his time at the White House. All the winnings were marked for the Venus Exploration Fund, a new organization raising money for the future flights to Earth's other neighbor? He's stealing my shit. Space is my place. Kui Zhao, Director of the Bureau of Educational and Cultural Affairs. Mr. President, this is so bad. Arthur Bluehill, modern America's greatest jazz musician, overdosed and died last night. He'd been dragged into a number of disturbing sexual scandals lately. And there were even rumors he'd been involved with a minor. Still, no one has been of greater service to music than Arthur. Would you perhaps like to offer your condolences? No. I didn't know him. Air Force One Captain Tim Havas. Sir, Air Force One is still going strong, but it's looking a bit dated. You've seen the Brazilian president's bird, haven't you? That's what we should aim for. It's sleek, lavish, and the attention to detail is second to none. Not sure about the gold rivets, though. Don't you think it's time to allocate funds for updating Air Force One just to keep our profile high? Last time we kind of got screwed in the opinion department for making the White House look nicer, right? I like to ride in the lap of luxury, so we're doing it. Darling, not every case should be taken in order to win or profit. Sometimes what matters is that we don't lose. Don't be upset if you made an investment, but the outcome turned out to be less than stellar. Not failing entirely is a success by its own. Yeah, okay. I want to see... What benefit do I get from Jerry? 1 rating at the end of every month. Team member actions increase stress points by 1. $300,000 at the end of every month. You lose 2.3% rating at the end of every month. Harsh optimizer. Team members are paid 25% less. You lose 2.2 ratings at the end of every month. So there's no one like gets decreased stress. Maybe Ollie. All team members lose 1 stress point at the end of every month. Let's stick with this for 1 more month, but I don't know how we're gonna deal with this. Get revenge. Man, Faist people do not give up easily. They still haven't accepted that we beat them. and tore up the place on their way out the door. They turned everything upside down in the White House. And in my residence too. Never seen such a mess. It's worse than after a party in a college dorm. As an added insult, they even broke the toilets. The drawers have been glued shut. They even swiped the door handles. I went into a room on the second floor. I bet you this is actually what happens in the White House, by the way. I'm sure this is not, they're not making this up. I went into a room on the second floor and the only way I could get out was through the window. You already know what I think, an eye for an eye. We must get back at Faist for all these pranks. We'll sue damages and publicly expose him, or maybe we should play some pranks of our own in return. We'll show him there's a new president in Washington, and the joke is on him. Is this what we want to be using our time and effort doing? I don't think so. Let's... Well, we can't do this, right? Shit. Should I try? Best technician. Maybe like Jerry, because he can do behind the scene negotiations. Could help with that. I think we abandon that. Although maybe we have to, I think we have to deal with this stuff, right? And these are like other things that we can let go. And what about this? Noah's demanding money to open negotiation with a powerful representative of Congress. If you don't go ahead with this, you'll likely be sent to jail for your retirement. Oh, right. This is what we need the 7 million. Convince the businessman. Money is the only thing the factory owner respects. To start the talks, you'll have to show Butch Durkin that your pockets are deeper. Provide you with a steady income. Okay. So maybe we invest 6 million to do that. Okay. I'm learning. Let's do fan mail. My dear President, the Communications Department has selected some of the nicer letters that the public have sent you since Inauguration Day. It's a shame we don't have time to read them all. Some are just adorable. Here's what little Donald said. Little Donnie Trump. Mr. President, sir, my name is Donald. I am 4 years old. I'm from Chicago. You are my favorite president. Mom is mad at you, but I think you are great. When I grow up, I want to be like you. Will you be my friend? Please wave at me through the cameras, Donald. I don't know why Donald turned into a robot there at the end. How adorable. I hope Mom doesn't brainwash the child with her complaints. Most of the letters are from adults, of course. Some are incredibly grateful to you. Imani's letter. Mr. President, you give meaning to my life. I don't know what I would do without you. The establishment has no shame or conscience. It seems that they would be willing to ditch the country just to overthrow you. Hang in there. We will always support you. Best regards, Imani. I like you. I showed you this one for a reason. With all the negativity that pours in your direction, it's easy to forget. The majority of people supported you in the elections. Oh yes, and I have another letter. This one from Mila, a woman with a natural talent for encryption. From time to time, she's been able to sneak things past screenings. First at headquarters and now in the administration. Hire that woman. We need her right now. Mila's letters. I am Mila Serrano, and I humbly thank you for your compassion. I am single mother with a 12-year-old child. Thank you for shielding ordinary Americans like me from the harshness of the world. We cannot pay the bills, and without immediate financial aid, me and my baby will be out on the streets. So she needs more money. No wonder. The older the children, the more expensive they are. Should we throw her 50 so that she and the child will want for nothing? Why don't we just hire her? She's been able to sneak, she's got a talent for encryption or whatever, right? Of course, it's not even a debate. You know how much I feel for single mothers. Is this a setup? I think it's a setup. Really? Are you saying every single mother in the country deserves your help in raising their children? Are you really the father of the nation, my dear president? Wait, what? This letter is about a real child, Ellie, and it's not a topic for jokes? Yes, every little American is my child. When did you manage that? Didn't you promise you'd be faithful to me for the rest of my life? We'll transfer the money in the usual manner. Wait, that's actually our child? I didn't get that at all. We'll transfer the money in the usual manner through a charitable foundation for which Mila receives financial assistance. It's nice to have a foundation, isn't it? One that fulfills your every request. I don't know if there's any sum of money that could repay Mila for what she's doing for us. We are forever indebted to her, my dear president. We have to look out for her. What kind of life did we lead before this? Wow. Prime Minister of Israel. Mr. President, earlier this morning, Palestine launched another rocket toward... I thought that was an opportunity to hire someone. Toward the Israeli city of Beersheba. Our anti-air systems were able to thwart this attack, but we still had to evacuate. We've been pummeling Gaza all day in retaliation. America's our biggest ally, and we now need your support more than ever. We count on cooperation from your media office. Sure. Fuck. Don't help people, okay? This is a clear message for everyone out there. Mr. President, I'm grateful to your media officers for expressing deep concern about Palestine's actions, even though some of your supporters didn't appreciate it. Well, that's politics for you. Words sometimes hurt more than bombs. Yikes-ors.